Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Sandcats franchise here in year number 10. Last episode, we finished off the first half of the season with game one of a two-game series against the Blowfish, and we shut them out. 8-0 the final score, getting Enzo Sawyer, the second-year pitcher, his first career win in the Super Mega League and his sixth career start, and also giving him the moniker Shut Down Sawyer, as he literally shut down the Blowfish offense through 7 1/3 innings, giving up only, I believe, 3 to 5 hits. Very good, a solid outing. Today we're going to be finishing up the Blowfish series here in game number 9. We're going to be taking on fourth pitcher Leaf Todd. The right-hander has no record with a 13.50 ERA and a 3 WHIP. And on the mound for us will be our ace, Swindled Powell, making his third start of the season with a 5.02 ERA, a 1.47 WHIP, and a 1-1 record. We come into this matchup 6-2. We're a half game out of first place behind the Moonstars, who I believe are 6-1. And the Blowfish come into this game 2-5, looking to not go 2-6 and be tied with the Sawteeth and Sirloins. Jump into the action here. Here's the lineup for today's game. We got third baseman Noah Nash leading off. He's locked in. Batting second is right fielder Aubrey Lynn, also locked in. Batting third is DH Hezekiah Cross, comes into this game tense. Batting fourth is first baseman Hercules Bentley. Batting fifth is catcher Eduardo Acosta. Batting sixth is shortstop Hank Ingrown, coming into this game tense. Batting seventh is center fielder Cash Basquette. Moving over from left field today, she is locked in. Taking Drummond's spot in the lineup, who's rattled. Batting eighth is second baseman Cash DeMoran. And batting ninth and making his start is left fielder Diego Trevino, coming off the bench. Let's jump into the action here against the Blowfish as we look to sweep this two-game series and continue our winning streak and extend it to 4 games in a row. Powell did not have a great outing his second time out as he took the loss in that start. He's looking to bounce back here today against the division rival Blowfish. Blowfish did make a roster move last episode after the loss. They released veteran third baseman Hanley Dexterez, one of their best players offensively and also their most expensive offensive player, cutting cap as they bring in new third baseman Churn Ricci. Ricci is actually a second baseman, but he plays all the infield positions, so he will be starting at third today. They also brought in second baseman Lloyd Cook to replace Glover Trevino. All right, Nash, Lynn, and Cross are going to lead off here against Todd. Nash comes in, locked in, hitting .515 with 3 homers and 5 RBIs. He did homer last game, driving in 2 runs. Here is a look at Leaf Todd's numbers on the season. Todd is making her second start of the season. In her first start, she gave up 3 earned runs in only 2 innings pitched. So she did not have a very long outing, and more than likely the team ended up losing that game, but I cannot confirm or deny that. In those 2 innings, she gave up 5 hits, 1 walk. So she did not have a very good outing. Batting average against a .455. She also did not strike out a single batter. So looking to bounce back here in her second start of the year. Looking at their line. Oh, they held on to Trevino. He's just not in the starting lineup. Okay, let's have a look at them then. Let's see. They got Major French catching instead of Hodge. Weber's on the bench. Trevino and Blackburn. Okay. Still got DeMarco. They still have Berg and Ricci. Cook, Young Jr., Anubis, Novak, and Anger. Who did they release? Let's see. Anger DH last game. Novak played left. Anubis played right. Young Jr. was on the bench. Weber played first. He comes off the bench. Lloyd Cook was signed. Bowenberg was at shortstop. Ricci was signed. Dexterez was at third. DeMarco was in center, and French was on the bench. He was backup catcher. Hodge caught last game. So they replaced one of their bench players, it looks like. Okay. Don't know who, and I also don't really care. Jumping into the action here. Here's Todd's first pitch to Nash. Fastball outside, misses, ball 1. High with the heater that time. 2-0 the count out of Nash as he's sitting pretty here. Fastball down the middle, rip to left field, and that's going to be an easy base hit as the leadoff man's on here to start the game. Nash with a hard single to left keeps his hot hitting going. That'll bring up right fielder Aubrey Lynn. Second-year player's hitting .382, 2 homers, 7 RBIs in the year. She's also locked in coming into this game. Nash over at first, takes a lead. Strike at the letters, 0-1. Fastball's outside, 1-1 the count. Nash goes on the third pitch. Fastball's up and in high. Throw down is into center field as that's the third throwing error by the catchers in these 2 games. First by French as Nash will get the third. For Nash, that is his second stolen base attempt of the season. He is now 2 for 2 and gets to advance to third base on the error. That is, as I stated earlier, the third error by catchers in this series by the Blowfish, as they have Hodge made 2 errors last game, and French made 1 just now. So they're not having a good day there behind the plate. 2-1 count here to Lynn, as Todd needs to bounce back here. Change up on the outer third, called a strike, 2-2. Fastball up and in, fisted to first base. That's going to be an RBI ground out. Young Jr. goes to the bag, records the out, but the run does score. It's 1-0 Sandcats. That'll bring up Cross. He's tense, had 1 hit last game, hitting .250 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Fastball down, swung over the top of it late, 0-1. Fastball inside, swung through late again, 0-2, the count out of Cross. Slider inside, driven deep to center field by Cross, but I don't think that has the carry as DeMarco's calling for it. Makes the catch in front of the warning track, 2 down, and that'll bring up Hercules Bentley, the veteran first baseman. Only original member of our team from year 1. He's hitting .296, no homers, 3 RBIs here in the season. Fastball at the letters for a strike, 0-1. Fastball down and in is grounded softly to second, right at Cook. Easy play, and that will end the inning. Sandcats, though, get a lead-off single from Nash, who steals second base, advances to third on a throwing error on the stolen base, and then scores on an RBI ground out by Lynn. Bottom 1, Anger, Novak, and Anubis come up against Powell. Here's Anger, the DH leads off, hitting .276 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs on the year. Here's a look at Powell's numbers on the season as we take a look at his first 2 starts. He's 1-1 on the year, as we already know. He gave up 9 runs, 8 of which were earned. That's a .502 ERA and a 1.47 WHIP. He threw 14 of the third innings in those 2 starts, giving up 18 hits, 3 walks. 3 of those hits were home runs. He threw a complete game, and he also struck out 4 batters. His batting average against is .316, so first start was really good. Second start, not so much. Here we go, ready to start the game off here against Anger. First pitch, curveball down and in, is a called strike to the knees. We're underway, 0-1. Change up the letters, check swing, called a strike again. It's 0-2 as Anger held back. Four-seamer down in the way, hard grounder at the middle of the short. Doubzeiz Ingrown to cut it off. He'll fire to first, in time to get Anger. Great play, 1 down. Next up is Novak, hitting .313 with a homer and 2 RBIs on the season. First pitch slider down and in is hard grounded up the middle of the short. Doubzeiz Ingrown to cut it off once again. He'll fire to first in time to get Novak. 2 great plays by the shortstop here to start the game. And that'll bring up Anubis. Right fielder comes into this game tense, hitting .172 with 2 RBIs on the season. First pitch fastball up and in. Check swing for a strike as Anubis held back, 0-1. For second pitch is a curveball outside, breaking, 1-1. Slider down at the knees, middle of the zone, hard grounder to second. Moran over for it, makes the play to first, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 for Powell here to start the game. Top 2 we go, it's still 1-0. Costa, Ingrown, and Basquet, 5, 6, and 7 to face Todd. Here's catcher Eduardo Acosta. Got 2 hits last game. He's hitting .444 on the season with 2 RBIs and a home run. Drove in a run on a double. Last game as he takes a strike at the letters, 0-1. Heater is high, 1-1. Slider inside, 1 hopper to short, easy play for Berg. He'll make it, 1 down. Next up is Ingrown. The shortstop comes into this game tense, hitting only .235 with a home run and 6 RBIs. He did drive in a run last game on a double. Fastball at the knees, below the knees, taken, ball 1. Strike in there at the letters, on the inner third, 1-1. Change up inside, 2-1 the count now to Todd. Slider at the knees, skied to left center field. That could be a tough play. DeMarco hustling over, makes the catch in the gap though, 2 down. That'll bring up Basquet. Left fielder hit a home run last game and also had, I think, 2 other hits. Hitting .400 on the season now with 1 home run and 5 RBIs as she's locked in. Change up in there for a strike, 0-1. Fastball below the knees is dribbled to short. Tough play for Berg as he bare hands and fires in time to get the speedy Basquet, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Todd. Bottom 2, Young Jr., Cook, and Berg do up here against Powell. He only threw 7 pitches in the first inning. Here's Junior Young Jr., had the day off last game, hitting only .208 on the season with 1 RBI. First pitch curveball away, popped up to the first base side in foul territory. Costa makes the catch in front of the dugout, 1 down. That'll bring up second baseman Lloyd Cook, just signed off the free agent market by the Blowfish. making his first appearance of the season. First pitch fastball down and away is a call ball below the knees as it just drifts low. 1-0. Slider up and in, called a strike as Cook takes it, 1-1. Curveball down and in, pulled foul by Cook as it's 1-2 now. First pitch, next pitch is fastball outside, away, 2-2 the count. Changeup down and in, stays inside as it's dribbled to the mound. Powell fields it cleanly, goes to first, 2 down. That'll bring up shortstop Bowenberg, 304 average on the season with 3 RBIs. First pitch to fastball in the inner third, hard grounded to third, diving is Nash, it's out of his reach, and that's going to be a base hit. First hit of the game given up by Powell as the runner tries for second on the throw to first, and Bentley, with the heads-up play, retires him at second. First hit of the game for the Blowfish is recorded, but the runner got greedy and thrown out to second, going for a double. To the third, Moran, Trevino, and Nash due up here against Todd as it's still 1-0 Sandcats. Here's Moran, 8 hitters hitting .321 with a home run and 3 RBIs. He singled in a run last game. Changeup away, misses, ball 1. Fastball late, swung by Moran at the letters, 1-1. Changeup away, a skied to right center field. That will drop in there for a base hit as Moran bloops it over the infielder. Leadoff single puts him at first. That'll bring up Trevino, who's hitless on the season, making his second appearance of the year. Moran goes on the first pitch. This is a pitch out. Good call by the player as the throw is made by French to record the out. For Moran, that's his second stolen base attempt of the year. He's now going to be 1 for 2 as that's the first time he's been caught stealing. 1 out now, 1-0 count to Trevino. Changeup in there at the letters, 1-1. Fastball away, caught the outer third, 1-2. Slider away, grounded to second base. Easy play for Cook, 2 down. Gonna bring up Nash, singled in his first at bat, then came around to score after stealing second base and advancing to third on a throwing error. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Fastball below the knees, dribbled to third, easy play for Ricci. He'll make it, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Todd. A little unconventional it may be. Bottom 3, Ricci, DeMarco, and French. Bottom 3 in the lineup to up here against Powell for the first time. Here's Ricci making his first appearance of the season as well, as he was also just signed off the free agent wire, replacing veteran third baseman Hanley Dexterez. Well, I should say veteran utility man. Dexterez is actually a shortstop by trade. First pitch to him is a changeup at the knees. Hard grounder up the middle as it's past Powell's glove off the back of the mound, and it's a base hit. Ricci starts his year off 1 for 1 as he'll be on with a leadoff single. Second hit of the game for the Blowfish, and that will bring up Marco DeMarco. Veteran center fielder is hitting a .136 on the year with a homer and 2 RBIs. First pitch fastball up and away is outside, ball 1. Changeup down and in to Powell. From Powell, it's called a strike at the knees on the check swing, 1-1. Slider middle away, called outside, 2-1. Fastball at the letters, popped up on the infield to the left side. Nash calling for it on the edge of the grass, infield grass. Makes the catch, 1 down as the runner holds at first. Then to bring up Major French, the catcher. 2 for 5 on the year, batting .400 on the season. First pitch slider away, dribbled to second. Moran flips to Ingrown 1, Ingrown to first. Not in time, it's a fielder's choice. 2 down. That'll bring up Anger, 0 for 1. Runner at first with 2 down for him. First pitch curveball down and away is below the knees, ball 1. Fastball up and in, inside, 2-0. Changeup middle in, called a strike as it floats in there, 2-1. Slider up and away, outside as it doesn't reach the zone, 3-1. Fastball down and in is inside, ball 4, and that's a 5-pitch walk from Powell to put 2 on with 2 down in the inning. For Novak, who grounded out to shortstop his first time up, he's 0 for 1. First pitch fastball down and in is a called strike at the knees, 0-1. Curveball middle away, outside as it just drifts away from the zone, 1-1. Changeup down and away, called a strike on the outer corner, 1-2 the count now. Slider up and in, called strike 3 on the inner corner as it's a frame job by Acosta, and that will retire the side. First punch out of the day for Powell is recorded as he gives up 2 base runners with pitches around him. Top 4, Lynn, Cross, and Bentley will face Todd. Lynn grounded out the first base her first time up, but drove in a run, the only run so far of the game, so she has an RBI. No longer locked in as that was out recorded. Fastball above the letters, ball 1. At the letters this time as it's off the catcher's glove, 1-1. Fastball dribbled this first again as Young Jr. makes the play himself, 1 down. That'll bring up Cross, 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center field his first time up. Fastball at the knees, dribbled hard up the middle as it's past the diving Berg's glove in the center field. It's a base hit for Cross. He's 1 for 2 now. That'll put him at first as he's back to neutral mojo, and that'll bring up Bentley. Grounded at the second base his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Slider at the letters for a called strike, 0-1. Slider again at the letters is skied down the right field line, hooking foul near the corner. Off the wall, Anubis fields it, 0-2 the count now as Bentley gets another life. Changeup pulled foul as he's early on it, still 0-2. Fastball up, grounded hard to second, right at Cook though, he'll flip the second one, Berg to first, taking his time, it's a double play and that ends the inning. Bentley now tense, and that one. And to the bottom of the 4th we go. It's still 1-0. Anubis, Young Jr., and Cook due up. Anubis is 0 for 1 today. First pitch curveball down and in as it floats in there for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Four-seamer up and away, fouled off by Anubis as he's late on it, 0-2. Slider down and away, just outside as it misses his zone, 1-2. Changeup up and in. Popped up by Anubis into left field shallow, out for it Nash. Third baseman calling for it. Makes the play behind the dirt, 1 down. Next up is Young Jr., 0 for 1 today. First pitch changeup down and in is a called strike, 0-1. Fastball up and away, called strike again, 0-2 the count now as Powell looks to put him away. Curveball up and in, check swing, taken by Young Jr. as it just stays inside, 1-2. Slider down and away, called strike 3 at the knees, second punch out of the game for Powell. He's now locked in. That'll bring up Cook, 0 for 1. 0 for 1 in the game and on the season. First pitch curveball up and in, floats in there at the letters for a strike, 0-1. Changeup down and away, drifts below the knees, 1-1. Four-seamer down and in, hard grounded up the middle by Cook, and that's going to be an easy base hit. Makes him 1 for 2 on the season and the game as he'll keep the inning alive here with 2 down. Powell now back to neutral mojo, and that'll bring up Berg, who's 1 for 1 today with a single. First pitch slider away, drifts outside, 1-0 as Powell lost the handle on that one. Curveball down and in, drifts inside, 2-0 the count. Four-seamer down and away is a called strike, 2-1. Changeup up and in, way out in front of it, Berg swings through it, 2-2 the count now. Four-seamer up and away, called strike 3 on the outer corner, third punch out for Powell as he gets out of the inning. Surrenders a 2-out hit, but he gets 2 strikeouts to strand the runner. Top 5, Acosta, Ingrown, and Basket due up here against Todd. Acosta's 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Changeup away is a called strike, 0-1. Fastball inside misses, 1-1. Swung under a fastball, 1-2 the count now to Acosta. Fastball at the knees, dribbled to second, backhanded by Cook. He'll make the easy play, 1 down. Todd now locked in. That'll bring up Ingrown, who's 0 for 1. He's also grounded out his first time up. Swung through a fastball at the knees late, 0-1. Slider left and down the middle as he pops it up. Shallow left center field. Out for it Berg. He'll call off the outfielders. Makes the catch, 2 down. That'll bring up Basket, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out her first time up to shortstop on a slow roller. Fastball called to strike at the letters, 0-1. Check swing low on the heater as she holds back, 1-1. Changeup inside, pulled foul. She's early on it, 1-2. Fastball up, swung late by Basket. She's down swinging, and that ends the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Todd, her first punch out of the season. Bottom 5, it's still 1-0. Ricci, DeMarco, and French due up here to face Powell. Ricci's 1 for 1 today with a single. First pitch fastball up and away is outside, 1-0. Curveball down, it's called a strike at the knees, 1-1. Changeup down and away is low, 1-2, 2-1. Fastball up and in, hit pretty well by Ricci down the left field line as he was late on it, but he hits it to the high wall. Off the wall, and that'll be extra bases. So it keeps him perfect on the year. He's 2 for 2. That'll be a double for him as he's in scoring position to start the inning. Brings up DeMarco, who's 0 for 1. First pitch slider down and in is called strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and away, drifts outside, 1-1. Curveball down and in, called a strike at the knees, 1-2. Changeup up and in, stays inside. Check swing by DeMarco as he holds back, 2-2. Very good take from him. Fastball down and away at the knees, grounded to third. Nash looks the runner back. He'll go to first, 1 down. Brings up French, 0 for 1 today. First pitch changeup down and in is below the knees, ball 1. Slider down and away, called a strike at the knees, 1-1. Fastball up and in, called a strike to French at the letters, 1-2 now. Curveball down and in, hard up the middle to short. Ingrown dives over the ball as he misses it. Runner rounds third, Ricci trying to score as a throw from Basquette. In time to nail him at the plate as he hesitated, 2 down. Single for French, though, as he's 1 for 2, and that'll bring up Anger, who walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1 today still. First pitch curveball down below the knees. Hard in the hole to short. Dive to cut it off. A fire to first. Just late as Anger has an infield single. 2 on and 2 down now for Novak, who's 0 for 2. Four-seamer up and in, taken high, 1-0. Powell starting to tire now as he's over the 60 pitch mark here. Slider down and in, grounded hard to third. Nash there for it, goes to first, and that will end the inning. Couple hits surrendered by Powell, but he gets out of the inning unscathed thanks to an outfield assist from Basquette. Top 6, Moran, Trevino, and Nash face Todd. Moran's 1 for 1 today with a single. He was then thrown out trying to steal second base, making him tense. Fastball on the inner third at the letters, called a strike, 0-1. Chase it inside as it's lined softly back to Todd, who puts it away with an easy catch, 1 down. Next up is Trevino, 0 for 1 today with a ground out to second base. Fastball below the knees, ball 1. Changeup down and in, turned on and pulled foul by Trevino as he chases it inside, 1-1. Changeup inside, turned on by Trevino, hit deep to left field. It is to the wall, it's gone. Into the high seats there in left field down the line. I think that's the first career home run for Trevino. I'm not sure on that, I'll have to check. Makes it a 2-0 game as that's his first of the year. And that'll bring up Nash, 1 for 2 today with a single, and Todd is no longer locked in after the home run ball. Fastball high, misses to Nash, 1-0. Fastball inside, fisted to center field. That'll drop over Berg's diving attempt as he was nowhere near it. Base hit for Nash. He's now 2 for 3. Puts him on at first with 1 down, and that'll bring up Lynn, 0 for 2 today with an 2 ground outs. One of them was the RBI variety, both to first base. First pitch to Lynn is a fast changeup in the dirt, missing, ball 1. Fastball up and in, misses way high, 2-0. Pick off to first, nothing doing as Nash gets back. High fastball again, 3-0 the count now. Nash goes. Strike at the knees on the heater. Throw down by French is late. It's a stolen base for Nash. He's now 3 for 3 on the season. Second stolen base of the game for him as it's a 3-1 count to Lynn. Fastball down the middle. Hit pretty deep to center field. That should advance Nash to third as DeMarco doesn't have the best throwing arm. Making the catch, and here's the throw in. Cut by Cook. He'll fire. Not in time. Nash advances. That'll bring up Cross. Singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Looking to drive in the runner from third and make it a 3-0 game. Fastball at the knees for his called strike, 0-1. Fastball down in the way, fouled off, 0-2 as Ricci dives and cuts it off regardless of it being a foul ball. Cross behind the 8-ball here. Check swing on the way outside heater that was nowhere near the zone, 1-2. Chased it in the dirt as it gets by the catcher, runner going to first. Throw is just laid as he beats out the drop third strike. A bad error by French allows another run to score. It's 3-0. And Cross reaches base on the strikeout. He's now tense. Brings up Bentley, who's also tense as he grounded into a double play ball his last time up. He's 0-2. Changeup inside, hit pretty deep to right center field. This is drifting away from DeMarco, but he runs it down in the gap to end the inning, and Bentley's 0-3. Still, the Sandcats get 2 runs, one on a solo home run by left fielder Diego Trevino, and another run on a drop third strike as Cross beats the throw to first, and Nash came in to score from third. Bottom 6 at 3-0. Middle of the lineup due up for the Blowfish, though, and here is Anubis, the right fielder, 0-2 today. Starting the inning off here against Powell, who's starting the tire here after reaching the 60-pitch mark last inning. First pitch slider down and in is inside, 1-0. Four-seamer up and away, called a strike the letters, 1-1. Changeup down and away, called a strike, 1-2 the count now. Curveball up and in, check swing inside, 2-2 as it misses. Four-seamer down and in, low below the knees, full count. Slider down and away, hard liner to right, over the Bentley's diving glove. It's a base hit. Ling gets it in, but it's going to be late. First hit of the game for Anubis. He's 1-3, and that'll bring up Young Jr., who's 0-2. Looking to get the Blowfish on the scoreboard here. First pitch curveball down and away in the dirt, taken low, 1-0. Next pitch is a changeup up and in, called a strike, 1-1. Slider up and away, swung through by Young Jr., 1-2 the count now. Changeup down and in, hard fouled off on the right side as he's laid on it. Still 1-2. Four-seamer down and away, outside, 2-2 the count now. Curveball up, pulled foul by Young Jr. as he's early on it, still 2-2 the count. Slider down and in, popped up to shortstop, ingrown on the outfield grass, coming into the dirt now. Makes the catch at shortstop, 1 down. That'll bring up Cook, who singled his first time up. He's 1-2. First pitch changeup down and away, called a strike, 0-1. Actually, Cook singled his second time up. He was retired his first time up in a ground out, I believe. 0-1 the count. Slider down and in, called a strike at the knees, 0-2 the count now as Powell looks to put him away. Curveball up, hangs in the middle of the plate as Trevino drifts back to the warning track and left, makes the catch, 2 down. Runner remains at first. Brings up the 6-hitter, shortstop Bowenberg, 1-2 today with a single. First pitch fastball up and away, called a strike at the letters, 0-1. Just nipping the outside corner. Next pitch is a slider down and away, called a strike again at the knees this time, 0-2 the count now. Powell's 80th pitch coming up here as he looks to get out of the inning. Changeup up and in, chased high, popped up to third. Nash over at shortstop makes the catch, and he'll retire the side. Leadoff single given up by Powell, but he gets around it with 3 straight outs. To the 7th, it's still 3-0. Acosta, Ingrown, and Basquette will face Todd. Acosta's 0-2 today, looking to get on the hit column here. Todd now locked in. Again, after escaping the inning last time out. 1-0 the count as that fastball's outside to Acosta. That one is high, 2-0 the count now. High again, 3-0 the count as Todd's starting the inning off badly here. And that ball is low, 4-pitch walk, and that will knock Todd back to neutral mojo as Acosta's on for the first time in the game. Gonna bring up Ingrown, 0-2. Todd will stay out there. Changeup inside, caught the low inside corner, 0-1. Runner goes on the next pitch. It's a changeup at the knees, low. Throw to second, not in time. Acosta steals second. He's in scoring position now. For Acosta, that is his second stolen base attempt of the year. He is now 2-for-2 on the season. And that will activate RBI man for Ingrown. Let's see if he drives him in. 1-1 the count. Fastball away, fouled off by Ingrown as he's laid on it, 1-2. At the knees, grounded hard to second. Cook makes the play, 1 down. As the runner gets to third, Todd back to locked in now, and that'll bring up Basket. 0 for 2 today. She struck out swinging her last time up. Todd will stay out there as the infield is drawn in here to cut the runoff at the plate. Fastball up at the letters, lined to left center field. That will be caught by Novak on a nice diving attempt, but the runner does tag, and he will score from third. It's a sac fly for Basket, and it's now a 4-0 game. That'll bring up Moran, 1 for 2 today with a single. And that will do it for Leaf Todd as she goes 6 2/3 innings, surrendering 4 runs. And coming into pitch will be right-handed reliever Lou Doubzeiz. Only 5 hits given up today by Todd, but she also, I believe, walked 2 batters. And she also did give up a home run, so that's probably the deciding blow here, as Pal's been having a shutout game so far. Let's take a look at Lou's numbers here on the air. Oh, I forgot. I got to switch players. Switch teams. There we go. Here are Lou's numbers. He is 0-1 on the season with a 5.40 ERA and a 1.80 WHIP. He's given up 4 runs, only 3 of which were earned. In 6 appearances, he's thrown 5 innings, giving up 4 hits with 5 walks. One of those hits was a home run. He's hit a batter, and he's also struck out 4. His batting average against is .211, so he doesn't give up many hits, but he has given up a home run, and he is very walk-prone still. Despite, I believe, I think he still has that trait actually as well, so see what he can. Yeah, he still has it, so still fighting that as Moran's up. 1 for 2 day for him. Strike the letters on the heater. 0-1 as Lou gets ahead. Heater just high. 1-1. High heater this time. 2-1. High again. 3-1 the count now as walk prone activates for Lou. Hanging curveball high. Line to second right at Cook, and that will end the inning though. Lou comes on, retires the 1 batter, but the Sandcats tack on another thanks to a sac fly by Basket. 4-0 the score here to the bottom of the 7th. Ricci, DeMarco, and French do up, bottom of the lineup here to face Powell for the 3rd time today. Probably going to be his last 3 batters no matter what, as he's already given up 7 hits and a walk today. Here's Ricci, 2 for 2 today. He's doubled and singled. He was thrown out trying to go for a double his first time up. First pitch changeup up and away at the letters is high, 1-0. 4-seamer down and then low, taken, 2-0. Curveball in there at the knees for a strike, 2-1. Slider up and in, high, 3-1. Changeup down and away, hard grounder to second, diving's Moran, it's out of his reach. That'll be another base hit for Ricci. He's now 3 for 3 today, and he's now locked in. That'll bring up DeMarco, 0 for 2 day for him so far. First pitch changeup down and in, check swing at the knees, 0-1. Fastball down and away is outside, 1-1. Slider at the letters, drifts high, 2-1. Curveball down and away, line softly to third, Nash makes the catch, 1 down. DeMarco now tense, and that will bring up French, 1 for 2 day for him as he's singled. And he was grounded into a fielder's choice this last time up. First pitch curveball down and away, called a strike at the knees, 0-1. Changeup at the letters, swung through by French as he's early, 0-2 the count now. Fastball middle third, called strike 3 on the corner, 4th punch out today for Powell as he's locked in. That'll bring up Anger, singled his last time up on an infield ground ball to short. 1 for 2 day for him, he's also walked. Powell now locked in. I'm going to give him 1 more batter, even though I probably shouldn't, but I think he's earned it, given how he's pitched today. First pitch fastball down and away, called a strike on the outer third, 0-1. Curveball up and away, just outside, 1-1 the count. Slider middle in, called a strike, 1-2 the count now as Powell looks to set him down. Changeup down and away. Just low and outside, 2-2 the count. Fastball up and in, high, inside, 3-2 the count now. Slider up and away, sky ball to left center field, Trevino drifting back, calling for it. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning as Powell gets out of it scoreless once again. To the 8th we go. Powell gives up 1 more hit, but he gets another strikeout and escapes the inning unscathed. Top 8, Trevino, Nash, and Lynn do up here against Doubzeiz. Trevino homered his last time up as he pulled a hanging fastball, or changeup, I don't remember what pitch it was, but he pulled it into the left field seats off Todd. He's 1 for 2. His first homer of the season, possibly of his career. I'll have to check that. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Fastball down, ripped hard to left center field. That's got a charge into it. It's heading to the fence, but Novak makes the catch against the wall, 1 down. Next up is Nash, 2 for 3 today. He singled twice, stole a bag. Singled his last time up. Curveball inside, misses, ball 1. Curveball hangs, ripped to left, leaping is Ricci to make the catch at third, 2 down. Great play. I'll bring up Lynn, 0 for 3 day for her, as she has a fly out and 2 ground outs, one of which drove in a run. She's 0 for 3. Fastball at the knees, line to right field, heading to the corner. That's a fair ball as it gets to the wall. Anubis cuts it off, and that will hold Lynn to just a single. Good throw from him. We'll hold her there, and that'll bring up Cross. 1 for 3 today. He singled and hit a sac fly his last time up as he drives in a run. I'm going to do it again here with an extra base hit. Curveball in there, hit up the middle, diving is Berg to cut it off. Stops the ball and makes the play at first to end the inning. Great play from him. Bottom 8 we go. It's still 4-0. Novak, Anubis, and Young Jr. due up here. Powell will not be taking this inning as he's already at 98 pitches. He's done enough to get the win in my book. Novak's 0 for 3 today, leading off the inning, and he will not be facing Powell as he's coming out. We're going to go to left-handed. We're going to go to the left-handed reliever, Juliette Newton, the second-year pitcher. Newton not having a good season so far. In 2 appearances, she has a 19.29 ERA and a 3 WHIP, giving up 8 runs, 5 of which were earned. In 2 1/3 innings pitched in those 2 games, she's given up 6 hits, 1 walk. 2 of those hits were home runs, unfortunately, though, and her batting average against is a .429, so she's trying to bounce back here, slowly but surely. First pitch, 2-seamer away to Novak is a called strike on the outer third, 0-1. Fastball away, low, just below the knees, 1-1. 2-seamer down and in, calls a strike at the knees, 1-2 the count now. Curveball in there, grounded to third softly. Nash cuts it off on a dive, a fire to first, in time, 1 down. Next up is Anubis, singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Will now bat right-handed today. Or did he bat right-handed? He has always batted right-handed, never mind. First pitch curveball from Newton is down, below the knees, 1-0. Fastball down, also below the knees, 2-0 the count. 2-seamer up and in, drifts over the middle of the plate, lined hard to short though. Ingrown on the 1-hop, backhands it and makes the play at first, 2 down. We'll bring up Young Jr., 0 for 3 today. Power versus left-handed will activate for the first time today for him. Still looking for his first hit today. First pitch 4-seamer inside, swung through by Young Jr. He's looking to go yard, 0-1. Curveball down and away, stays low in the dirt, 1-1. 2-seamer up and away, called to strike the letters, 1-2 the count now. Curveball up and in. Fisted by Young Jr. to the right center gap. Basket going, giving chase, dives and makes the catch. Great play, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Newton out of the pen to the 9th. Bentley, Acosta, and Ingrown will face Doubzeiz. Hercules is 0 for 3 today, looking to turn his fortunes around at the plate. Do you have any decent pinch hitters? I have Mitchell, but that's it. Swung late at a heater at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up, line to right field, over Young Jr.'s diving glove, and that'll be a fair ball as it stays in there. That'll make Bentley 1 for 4 as he's on for the first time today. Brings up Acosta, 0 for 2 today with a walk. Can anyone play first? Let's see. Nash can play first. We can put Trevino in at third. Trevino can also play first. Nash is the better fielder, so I would put him over there. So yeah, we could pinch run for Bentley with Trevino. Also pinch run for him with... No, just Trevino. Okay. Well, we'll have Trevino pinch run. And then we'll put Nash at first, and Trevino can play third. Okay, that looks good. Costa up. 0 for 2 day for him, but he walked his last time up, so he's been on base today. First pitch is a fastball at the letters, called a strike, 0-1. Pick off to first. Trevino gets back. Fastball outside, misses. 1-1 the count to Acosta. Check swing outside. Good eye. 2-1. Chased it high and inside. 2-2 the count now. Fastball away. Line to second. Right at Cook, though, and that'll be the first out. Costa 0 for 3 now, and that'll bring up Ingrown, who's 0 for 3. First pitch fastball is a pitch out. 1-0. Another pitch out. 2-0 the count. Fastball down at the knees. Line to second. Again, right at Cook. 2 down, and Ingrown's 0 for 4, and that'll bring up Basket. Sack flyer last time up. She is 0 for 2 today, though. Still looking for her first hit. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. Our forkball skied to right center field by Basket. Not a lot of carry on it. Over for it is DeMarco. He'll make the catch, and that ends the inning. To the 9th we go. It's still 4-0. Cook, Berg, and Ricci will face Newton here, who looks to shut the game down. Cook is 1 for 3 today with a single, getting his 4th plate appearance of the game and the season. Trevino will stay in the game. He'll play third base. That is Rohan, not Diego, who's already in left. And Nash will move over to first base for Bentley. Two-seamer below the knees, taken, ball 1. Fastball inside, misses. 2-0 the count now from Newton. Curveball middle away, line softly to third. Rohan makes the catch, 1 down. Next up is Berg, 1 for 3 today with a single. Two-seamer up and in, called a strike at the letters, 0-1. Fastball down and away, line softly to left field. Trevino slides, not in time as Diego gets it in. It's a base hit for Berg. He's now 2 for 4. Put him on at first, and that'll bring up Ricci. 3 for 3 day for him. He singled his last time up. He's also doubled once and singled another time. Got thrown out trying to stretch that one into a double, though. First pitch curveball down and away. One hopper to third. Rohan fields it, fires the second one. Miranda first, double play, and that ends the game as Ricci's retired, and he's now knocked down to Nutrimojo. Sandcats shut out the Blowfish once again here. Final score of 4-0. Not a lot of excitement in this game, unfortunately. 7 hits for us, and only 9 for the Blowfish. 1 error made by the catcher, Major French. We had 1 home run. They had nothing. Here's a look at the hitting lines. Nash went 2 for 4 today at the top of the lineup. One of the few bright spots. He also stole a base. Scored twice. Lynn, 1 for 4 day for her. 1 for 4 for Cross. 1 for 4 for Bentley. Acosta, 0 for 3 day, but he did draw a walk. Basquet drove in a run on a sac fly. Lynn drove in a run on a ground out. Cross drove in a run on a sac fly. And Trevino had a solo home run at the bottom of the lineup, so good day for him. On the other side, they had a total of 9 hits. Novak was hitless. Young Jr. was hitless. DeMarco was hitless. 3-hit day for Ricci, although he did ground into a double play to end the game. 2-hit day for Berg. Other than that, the other guys only managed to get 1 hit, and they didn't really do a whole lot with runners on base. So just a good pitching day for us in general. Swindled Powell, 7 innings of work, 8 hits given up with a walk, striking out 4. He gets his 2nd win of the year. He's now 2-1. And Newton goes 2 clean innings out of the bullpen, only giving up 1 hit. So very good bounce-back outing for her. She knocks her ERA down almost in half. She's now down to a 10.38. She was a 19-something coming into this, so good on ya. On the other side, Leaf Todd in her 2nd start goes 6 2/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and a home run ball. She'll take the loss. She's 0-1. Doubzeiz comes out of the bullpen, 2 1/3 innings, giving up only 2 hits, so good day for him as well. So both bullpens had good outings as they didn't give up any runs. Powell is your player of the game as he had the 7 shutout innings, 8 hits, a walk, 4 Ks. Trevino, 1 for 3 day for him as he had the only home run on the line score for both clubs. And Ricci, a good day in the Blowfish lineup. He goes 3 for 4, almost a perfect day for him. So another good win for us. We shut out the Blowfish in this 2-game series by a combined score of 12-0. Of course, we won 8-0 in the previous episode. We win 4-0 here today. That improves us to 7-2. We are now tied mathematically with the Moonstars for first place. Let's see what they do. They have 2 games here, so we'll see how they do against the Sirloins and another team. I didn't see the second one. They're up first here, though, so let's see how they do. When they lose 5-1 to the Sirloins, so we are now technically in first place. Blowfish follow that up with an extra innings win over the Wild Pigs as they improve to 3-6 on the year. Jacks win. They improve to 3-6 as well as they defeat the Grapplers. Heaters beat the Platypi in a pitcher's duel 2-1. Moose then blow a game to the Moonstars, 9-8 the final, as they had an 8-2 lead. We're now tied with the Moonstars again at the top. Nemesis win in extras to stay unbeaten, as they're now 9-0, defeating the Beewolves. Buzzards choke it to the wide loads, 6-4, losing to the last place team. Grapplers beat the Overdogs 7-1 as they take the division lead again at 5-5. Sirloins rally and win in extras against the Sawtees 7-6. Freebooters shut out the Blowfish 1-0, so they've been shut out 3 of their last 4 games. Jesus, that's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad day for the offense in those outings. But anyway, here's a look at the division standings. We're tied with the Moonstars, 7-2. They have the run differential, though, as we don't really score a lot when we win. But we do shut out teams, so that's a good sign. Sirloins improved to 4-6 as they win twice here this episode. Getting closer to 500. Blowfish win once, lose twice. Sawteeth lose once. So, yeah, they are drifting out of it pretty hard. If they each lose 2 more games, they are both out of playoff contention. On the Beast Division, Herbisaurs win. They improve to 7-2. Wild Pigs lose a game. They fall to 5-3. Hot Corners do not play. They sit at 4-4. Moose drop a heartbreaker to the Blowfish 4-5. They fall to 4-5. And the Freebooters win a game finally. They're now up to 2-7. Grapplers go 1-1 in the Sim. They lead the Epic Division now at 5-5. Beewolves lose. Heaters lose. Well, actually, no. Heaters win. Platypi lose. Wide Loads lose. That division is just a shit show this year. Jesus Christ. We got 5-5, 3 teams at 4-5, and a 3-6. That's just, messy. Then in the Monster Division, Nemesis win a thriller in extras to stay perfect, 9-0. Buzzards lose. Overdogs win. They're up to 5-4, tied with the Buzzards. Crocodons do not play. They are 3-5, and the Jacks win a game finally, as they had lost their last 4 in a row. They're 3-6. But they are coming off a title, so that's not a great record if you just won the title last season. Alright, next matchup, we are going to be against the Hot Corners for the only time this season. Kenneth McCann will get the ball. The rookie's 2-0 on the year with a 3.38 ERA and a 1.58 whip. And we will be facing veteran 10th-year pitcher Tusker Fuss, who is playing his first season with the Hot Corners here in the Sim. His first 9 were with the Herbisaurs. He is 1-1 on the year with a 7.71 ERA and a 1.61 whip. He'll come to the start 10th, so that's a good advantage for us to have, especially against a good pitcher such as himself. Looking around the league, what happened? Well, let's see. Air Lovestone signs to the Crocodons, replacing Kerry Wayward. Okay, get a little bit better there in their pitching rotation. Overdogs sign our long reliever from last season, Kent Ratherswell, to replace Candy Sweet, who made 1 start for us in a in a nice game last season. Adelmo Offside signs to the Crocodons, replacing Yo-Yo Yamamoto. Okay. And Kendra Kerr is off the Herbisaurs, replaced by Chico Lapata, the closer, as they improve their bullpen, looking to make that playoff push. They also cut some caps. That's a very good move. Get a better player at a cheaper price. Heh. Smart management there by the Herbs. Alright, let's have a look here. Anything that I like? Well, these 3 over here, they all have really high chances of getting a negative trait, so I don't need any of them. Plus, I can't afford any of them anyway, thank God. And on this side, this one for Moran, it doesn't really do what I want it to do, and it's a little bit too high of a chance to get whiffed for my liking. These 2, they're alright. This one would be a good one for McCann, but it'll be here next time, so we don't need to worry about it, although there is that chance to get walk prone I'm worried about. Then this one for Lynn. This improves her arm, which she doesn't really need, so I'm going to let this one go. This one for McCann is the one I want to aim to get, but it'll be here next time, so I don't need to buy it right now. I can save my money and see what comes up next time. Alright, let's go ahead and go through the free agent pool here, see if there are any good players I want to sign. Obviously, Hanley Dexteras. Hackliner's a good player, even if it's just for the 1 playoff season. Henry Hamster, Yo-Yo Yamamoto, Brendan Jenkins. Stokes is a pretty decent one. Hicks, Donga, Yoder. And then let's see, we got Sauter and Kerr here, Preston, and I guess O'Connell. Everyone else, why bother, you know? I just want to see, because, I mean, if we get to the end and we got a chance in the playoffs, I mean, it might improve some places, but I do like the team that we have. We are gelling right now. We are on a 4-game winning streak now, so we'll see how long we can stretch it. Set the lineup here, we'll call it an episode. Okay, so Moran is juiced. Okay. Making up for that tense mojo. I like it. Ingrown still tense. No difference from any other part this season. Costa didn't hit well last game, so I'm going to take him out actually and put Contreras in, who has hit well this year. He's driven in 3 runs in his 2 games he's played, so I'm willing to give him a chance. Drummond goes from rattled to neutral in 1 game. That is impressive. Never seen that kind of turnaround before. Basquet's still locked in, so obviously she'll get the nod over Trevino, despite Trevino hitting the home run. And Cross is still tense. A little bit worrying that my DH is still tense, but I don't really have another good hitter off the bench here, so I'll keep him in the lineup. Hopefully he can turn his stuff around. Alright, so we got Nash, Lynn, Cross, Bentley. Moran moves up from the 8 to the 5 hole. Ingrown still in the 6. Basquet moves to the 7 hole. Drummond back in the lineup in the 8 hole, and Contreras will be in the 9 hole. Okay. Alright, that sounds like a good lineup to me. It sounds like a win. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Another shutout victory for us today as we improve our winning streak to 4 in a row. We shut out the Blowfish 4-0 here, and we look to keep our hot momentum going against the hot corners next time out. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off.